Hello guys, Susanna here. I'm just going to give you a bit of a haul video and a few of my projects that I'm doing, and I may even make a start on a new project that I got. We've got a store here in Ballarat that has been around for 9 years, and I went there years ago and I didn't realise she was still around, and refound her on Instagram. So it's called the Crafty Squirrel, and she's got a lot of really 1950s, 60s, this sewing-y sort of stuff. And I saw somebody else's post and she had these beautiful buttons, and I'm like, oh, I've got to go there. So I probably will link her website underneath. So it's www.thecraftysquirrel.com.au. And she does stuff by mail order. So I've got a few things. So if there's anything that you really like, and the project that I want to do, look at this. You can tell she's a crafter. It's a washi tape and it's got squirrel on there. So the fact that it's a squirrel, which I love squirrels, a little washi squirrel on there. Yeah. Got some bits and pieces, and also had while I was waiting to get my prescription, there's a thrift shop next door to where my pharmacy. So I picked up a couple of things. She has a Christmas tree full of these cutest little handmade felted items, and they're made in Nepal, and which is really good because it supports the women there that are trying to support themselves. But they're just adorable. I just loved it because I've got all baubles on my tree, and this sort of reminds me, but because it's in Australia, this reminds me of the beach and summer. That's just a reminder that here in Australia we have a summer Christmas. So isn't he cute? I just thought he was adorable. So yeah, she's got a Christmas tree full, and they're very, even though they're made in Nepal, they there's some koalas, and they're quite Aussie themed. I think they must she must ask them to make that sort of stuff. Now she sells these absolutely gorgeous buttons. Hopefully they're not reflecting. A squirrel! And this is going to go, I'll show you where it's going to go. I bought two because I'm currently making a sewing machine thing that I'm going to put up there, but I'm also going to make a friend of mine, and I bought the templates to do Vintage Housewife by Laurie Holt, and I've done like a sewing machine from a different place, but I used that and the iron on a small little wall hanging. But I want to actually make the whole lot, and maybe either hang it in my kitchen or put it in my caravan that I'm going to get, because I'm going to make it like a year-long project. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we get together once a month at a craft group, so we might do that, and I'll probably show you each block that I make. I just love it. I think it's so beautiful. And I couldn't find where you could get the little bits and pieces, but she found it online for me, and I'm like, yay! So I'll be using that to go on top of the sewing machine, I think. And the squirrel, because I love it, and this little girl just reminds me of me when I was little, blonde hair, long blonde hair, and wearing those little socks. And then she also had all these shibori or sashiko sampler. That's shibori quilting, like it's a hand stitching, and this looks like black, but it's a very dark navy blue. And this is the project that I want to start with you guys, but I'm going to do it a little bit differently. There are special fabrics and all that, like embroidery things that she actually sells there, because you're only supposed to do it two-toned or whatever. But I really, oh yeah, you can see it's navy when you open it up. I don't know if you can see that, probably won't be able to, but this is what it is, that little bunny. You're supposed to stitch on the actual lines, which I'm going to, but I just thought it would be really nice to do just some straight stitches around the edge. And I was wanting to do something because I noticed from this has got a bit of a round look to it as well. Yeah, that'll fit on there perfectly. And from Anne Brooks, textile artist, she bought one of these and wanted to put a stitchery on there, and I thought, I reckon something like this would be really good because I love the bunny and all that kind of stuff, and it's sort of got its circle. So, but yeah, so this can be a project that I'll be doing on YouTube. I may start it today after I've showed you all my haul. Is it doubled up? It is doubled up. Well, there you go. You must have to double it. The instructions are hopefully there in English as well. Probably not. No. Well, they're made in Japan. Maybe you stitch it through because it gives it an extra bit of thickness. I think that's probably the go. So I said you just stitch straight on it. So there were squirrels there, and I was very tempted, and there was even a couple of bluebirds, but I just thought I like the roundness of this. And on the dark colour, if you do bright, like if I do bright greens in the background, it'll look like that, you know, I think I can really make something beautiful out of that. So she has these, sells these on her website, and they're not overly expensive, and you can, if you want to just do what she's done, the shibori or whatever you call it, yeah. So it's the Crafty Squirrel. We've got some awesome shops here in Ballarat. I feel very, very lucky. So cute. I'll take these out once I show you my little project I'm doing. Okay, a bit of everything. I found this, The Craft of Cruel Embroidery, Erica Wilson. I like getting these type of books. I think they're old library books because they've got a lot of these, you know, that show you how to do the French knot. They show you and tell you different stitches. Raised spider web. See, I haven't got that in my book. Like my book that I've got is really good. Oh, here's a variation on the herringbone stitch. So different variations. Oh, shaded laid work. See, like really nice, long and short. So awesome stitcheries. And it was only $2 because it's an old book. It's black and white. You don't get to see. I've got plenty of patterns and pictures I can draw, but the stitches are really, really good. And then this creative embroidery, I really want to do something with. I've got all these wools and you know, like thicker threads and all that kind of stuff that I want to use up. I've been gifted all that stuff, and I want to do something a bit more 3D, you know, a bit like that. So I just sort of had a quick flick through it, sort of more pictures. So I'm wanting to do that sort of stuff, incorporate more weaving and all. I don't know what it's called, just textile art, I suppose. You know, that's probably a little bit bright for me, but oh, they've even got you know, incorporating EPP, English paper piecing. So, but see how that's 3D, not so fussed on the cat, but you know, the 3D element of the textiles. And I've got so much of this woolly top stuff that would be nice in colour, you know, making holes, and I want to explore more of that type of work this coming year, this sort of stuff, doing different stitches. And yes, it's an old book, and but once again, awesome instructions. See, that's awesome. Like, it looks like a picture, which I really like. So yeah, just explore a little bit more of the creative style stitching. And then they had this, which was the tablecloth, just like a table runner, but I love the fabric. I think it's awesome. It's got a really nice texture to it, and it would make an awesome background. Or even, you know, when you've got stuff like this and you're doing stitching, gingham or stripes or whatever. It's really, you can work with the flow of the fabric. So there's a fair bit of that on there. Could probably even use that on something. So, but yeah, I just liked it. I thought the colour was really good, and the fabric is linen. So linen is very expensive and it's vintage, so you're repurposing really nice fabric, which I love to do. Okay, so we'll fold that up and put that away. You can hang that over the shelf when I put it in. So there you go. So that's my haul. Now I'll show you the bits and pieces that I have done. I finished this. I made this for my brother-in-law. That's the colour of his camper van, caravan. It's one of these little bubble ones as well, cream and sort of like a light green. And he's got like green and white gingham that he likes the 50s look, so he's gone for the green look. And then this is for my adopted granddaughter. Yeah, so she, like most little girls, she's 3, and she loves Frozen, so I thought I'd make her own little placemat and somewhere to hang, and it's completely washable. So I've got the fabric from Spotlight actually. I just thought it was so cute. Yeah, really, really nice, and the fabric goes just beautifully. So I love it. And then this, we're going to be getting a caravan, so I love these colours, so I made a placemat and a thing for me and my husband. So when we get our caravan, sort of want to deck it out in that, you know, the sort of retro-y style. So I just loved making these, and in that Laurie Holt style of using the interfacing and everything. So you got a few Christmas presents out of the way, which is good. Now, better grab this. Now I'll show you what I'm doing. This is what I'm stitching at the moment with that Laurie Holt, and I've got this. I still may make it a little bit shorter because it's pretty long. I may tuck that up a little bit more because it's hopefully you can see all of that in there. Now this is a retro old tablecloth, and I was stitching it on there, and I just love the colour, and because of, you know, the 11th of the 11th, that's got poppies all over it. So I'm going to use this fabric. I probably will make it a bit smaller because it's going to go in there and in there, so I may have to tuck that under and make it a little bit smaller, because I'm going to put this fabric around it, which matches just beautifully. It's got all the colours in there, and that's a Laurie Holt. So this is the pattern from Pay It Forward, Lisa Pay on YouTube. That's the name of her channel. And then this is the iron and the pin cushion from here, and the iron from there, from the Laurie Holt Vintage Housewife. So I just pinched a couple of those elements to make this small wall hanging to go up there, and then I'm going to make the full quilt. And I love this fabric here. I think I'm going to use this fabric to make the apron. I really like it. So pretty. So yeah, that'll be a fun project, and I've got someone else to make it with. So woo! So there you go, that's what I've done. And I finished my Christmas picture, and I've got a photo of it on my Instagram, so I may link the name of my Instagram, which is Susanna E, which is Susanna Easdale 1969. So on Instagram, so if you look up that, but I'll link that below so that you can have a look at the finished Christmas quilt that I've got put on there. I will put a lot of, you get pre things, and some things I don't put on my channel I will put on there in, you know, bits and pieces, because a lot of the girls I'm working with on the Slow Stitch collaboration, we show all our bits and pieces on Instagram. It's very It's good for that, and you get so many great ideas. Okay guys, I think that's it I've got to show you. So I'm going to probably turn it off and start a new video doing these. I don't know if you can see it or not. Can you see? There you go. Probably couldn't see it when it was way down there, but these shibori, and she's got the come in the grey, I mean the blue. It is dark blue when you look at it here, or white, and they've got the cutest pictures. So I will be probably putting that onto some wadding, or I may not, because if I'm going to stretch it over the canvas, I may not put wadding on it. I may just iron it and get started on it. Okay guys, thank you very much, and I will catch you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.